What's going on, everyone? David Elliott here. And in today's video, this is going to be a unique opportunity for those of you who are just getting started in your real estate journey and may not know exactly where to begin. And those of you who are looking to make some substantial cash on the side in your pocket. Myself and my real estate partners are looking to acquire new properties in the following 4 states: Georgia, North Carolina, Colorado, and Nevada. And so if you're looking to make anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per lead closed, which would be anywhere between $5,000 and $15,000 a month for every 5 leads brought to us and closed upon, then stay tuned to the rest of this video as I go over our buy box lead submission and how you can participate in our real estate acquisitions. Alrighty, so let's get started. We're going to go over our buy box lead submission criteria. However, if you do not have access to Batch Leads or Propstream, it is one of these investor softwares that you will need to have access in order to be one of our lead finders. Propstream right now is running between $98 and $99 a month. There is a non-affiliated link in the Excel template provided to you. This Excel template will be provided in the YouTube description below. And the Propstream link being provided to you, the viewer, is running $58 a month. So you will save $40 using our link. It is a non-affiliated link. Whether you find a lead for us or not, it is a benefit to you. We also have a real estate Discord community. Feel free to click on the link being provided, as you will find myself and like-minded investors in our Discord community. Now, let's get started on the buy box lead submission criteria that we are looking for. We are acquiring properties in the following 4 states, as stated before. The property must be in one of the following counties. So as long as the property is in one of the following counties, we will have a great interest in reviewing the leads being submitted to us. Generally speaking, the property characteristics must be a minimum year built of 1970 and up, minimum bed and bath of 3 and 2, minimum square footage 850 and up, must have a driveway. If the property has a garage, that is a plus. Property must have access to public or municipal utilities such as public water, public sewer. If it does not, then the property will be a case by case. Rental restrictions, no. If there's an HOA associated with the property, then it is doable. If there's a pool associated with the property, whether above ground or underground, it is also okay. If the property is sitting up against a major road such as a highway or a double yellow line, then the lead is disqualified. So this is an example of a property that is sitting up against a major road, and it just happens to be sitting on a yellow line. If you want to find out whether or not the property is sitting next to a major road such as this, you would access the Google Street View of that property. So if the property is sitting up against a major road or a double yellow line, we will not accept that lead. The average school score for that property must be 3 and up. If you're going after leads through the MLS, through Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin, Zillow actually has a tab being provided for you under the neighborhood tab. And under the neighborhood tab, they will have the grade school ratings for elementary, middle school, and high school. If these 3 schools have an average combined school score of 3 and up, then we will accept the lead. Now, if you're finding properties for us that are not through Zillow or Redfin, and you're actually going direct to seller, you can simply find the average school score by going directly to the website for gradeschools.org. If the property is turnkey, it is preferable, but we are willing to do renovation on that property up to $40,000. Now, you might be asking yourself, what would make a good cash lead or a good creative lead? Well, for cash leads brought to us, we're looking for properties that are in a distressed state where we can add value to it, or the property needs updates. And as long as the property is under our maximum rehab budget of $40,000, we will submit a cash offer on it. Now you might be asking, what would make a good creative lead? Well, creative leads, we're looking for subject to acquisitions, seller finance acquisitions, or novation agreements. If you do not know what any of that is, I will leave 2 videos in the video description below for finding leads on Propstream for subject to and seller finance. Now, we are acquiring a lot of properties through the on-market at this time. And so if you are a listing agent and are wanting to work with us and you are wanting to submit your listing feel free to use our lead submission email, getpaidpercreativelead@gmail.com. And as long as your listing as an agent meets our property characteristics and is in one of the following counties, we will make an offer on your listing, so long as it would make a good candidate for a good cash acquisition or a good creative acquisition opportunity. Now, if you are a motivated seller, if you are a wholesaler who generally works the off-market premises, feel free to submit your leads as well. As long as it meets our general property characteristics and is in one of our counties of interest, we will submit an offer to you as well. Now, what I would like to do is go over how to record any type of potential lead. Now, it is extremely simple to do. This Excel template only needs 8 different criteria, and they can simply be copied and pasted. What you'll need to do first is put in your name, the best contact to reach you, and the date of submission. When you are done generating your leads for the day, simply date it. And the best and the quickest way to date your submission is to click Control semicolon on your keyboard. So once you do that, it will automatically populate with today's date. So in terms of property information that we are looking for, we're looking either for the agent or the seller's name, the days on market, the agent's or seller's email address, their telephone number, their property address, the state of which the lead is coming from. There is a drop down here for Georgia, Colorado, North Carolina, and Nevada, the current list price or the current asking price, the mortgage amount, and the years of ownership. All this information can be found through Zillow or through Propstream or batch leads. And so what you will need to do as a lead finder is just copy and paste this into the yellow submission box, click enter, and the moment that you click enter, it'll automatically get generated into the table below. And so let's do a live example. Let's go over 2 leads that I personally found through Zillow. I see this listing here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, built in 1983. There is no HOA. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath. It has the required square feet that we're looking for. If we scroll on down to the neighborhood tab from Zillow, we can see here that the grade school ratings is saying 7, 6, and 2. And so if we were to add this up and take the average, we have an average of 3 or greater. And now let's scroll back up. And so what we are looking for that's going to be submitted into our Excel spreadsheet is the agent's name, their email address or their phone number, the current MLS listing price, and the days on market, as well as the mortgage amount and the years of ownership. Those are the criteria that you'll be submitting under our Excel spreadsheet. So let's do this live. And so for agent's name, let's grab that information. We'll simply just copy and paste. First name basis is more than enough. So we'll copy and paste Amanda, click enter. You can see here that it automatically got auto-populated, and it's going to create a list as you move along the day and you are generating leads. Let's pull up the days on market. The days on market is 14. So we're going to put in 14 and then click enter. Now for agents or sellers' email address, if it is not listed here on Zillow, then what you'll need to do is go to Propstream. And it looks like I got logged out. So let's sign in really quick. And the property address is 5805 Baden Circle. Let's copy and paste that. We're going to submit that into Propstream. And we're going to go over to MLS details. Now, under MLS details, if you scroll down, you will find the agent's name, Amanda Stone. You will see the office name, the office address, and the office phone number. Now, in most cases, the telephone number for the agent, as well as the email address for that agent, is also provided on Propstream. If you cannot find the email address or the agent's telephone number, then simply do a Google search with the agent's name and last name and the brokerage that they are in. Simply add that into Google. A quick Google search will reveal to you their contact info. So for the sake of example, since I am not going to do a Google search right now, let's just say it's 123@gmail.com. We'll click enter and we'll put in a generic telephone number as well. Now we're going to copy and paste the property address. All I need is the first portion. So this would be 5805 Baden Circle. You'll copy that, go into your Excel template, click paste, select the state. This is North Carolina. The current list price is $267.45. So you can simply round this down or round this up. It does not matter. I'm going to round it down to $267. The mortgage amount, we will find that on Propstream. So we go over to mortgage and transaction history. I can see here that this property does not have any mortgage. The estimated balance is $0. Now, to verify that this is correct, go over to the property details and scroll down, and we can actually see that there is a mortgage amount. The mortgage amount is for $107.35. It is a fixed rate. However, the sales date looked like it was back in 2002. And so being that it was recorded in 2002, it's more than likely paid off, as the years of ownership is now 21 years. So we're going to make the presumption that the mortgage amount is actually indeed paid off. So we're going to put in 0. And then for the years of ownership, I believe I saw 22 years. It's about to be 22 years. So that's more than enough. And so that's all you need to do. And for every lead found through Redfin, Realtor.com, you'll simply put in the following information. You'll go through Propstream. Propstream, you will be able, 90% of the time, be able to find the agent's email address and their telephone number. If you cannot, do a simple Google search and it will be revealed. Include the current listing price from Zillow or Redfin or whatever MLS service provider you're using. Include the mortgage amount and the years of ownership as stated in Propstream. Now let's do another example. And we'll close out of this tab and we'll move over to this property address here, 622 Middle Street in Durham. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to check out the neighborhood. We can see here that it has a great school score. Something that we didn't do in the last listing is check the street view. So let's check the street view here and make sure that it's in a secluded neighborhood and not up against a busy road or a double yellow line, which it is not. This is the property. And so I see here that it's 172 days on market. There is a highway according to the map where the property is sitting on. However, it is not sitting up against the highway, and so that is fine. So we are 172 days on market. This is the property address. Let's throw that into our Excel template, 622 Middle Street. We'll go over here to the property address, click paste. We can see here that it automatically added it to the list below. Let's add our days on market, 172. And now let's put in the listing information for Joshua Lee Chumley. So I see a phone number here provided from Zillow. What we are going to do is we're also going to copy and paste this as Propstream. And if we click on the MLS details, we can actually see the agent's email address provided to us. So this one, we won't have to do a Google search for. So for this one, it'll be J. Chumley, which makes sense, being that it is Joshua Lee Chumley. So we'll copy and paste. the agent's email address. Let's copy and paste their first name as well off the MLS, the Joshua. Their telephone number. Let's go into Propstream. Although it looks like here it's already listed at 9178. So we'll actually copy and paste the telephone provided to us from Zillow. This is in North Carolina, so we'll click on the drop down and click on North Carolina. The current list price is $312,500. Let's just round it down to $312,000. And the mortgage amount, we'll check Propstream for. This one happens to have 0 mortgages. So this one is free and clear, and it's been owned for 17 years. So this would make a good seller finance opportunity. So we're going to go back into our mortgage amount. We're going to put in 0, and years of ownership 17. And that's it. All right, so now let's do one more lead generation. I've got one more property of interest that we can add here, for example. This is going to be over in Georgia, a 5-bed, 4-bath. The first thing that we're going to do is check the neighborhood status. And we can see here that the average school score rating combined is going to be greater than 3. So that's a pass. The next thing that we'll want to do is check the street view. If it's being provided, then that would be beneficial to us. If we can't access the street view, then we'll check the satellite image. But we can see here that it's in a more secluded area and that there is no high levels of traffic in this area. So up against a double yellow line or up against the highway will not be an issue. There's no HOA on this property. It is currently listed for $1,050,000. First thing we'll do is copy and paste the street address, 70 Downing Street. We'll put that into our Excel template. And we can include the current list price of $1,050,000. The days on market is 15 days, so it is relatively new. And for the agent's name, looks like the agent's name is going to be John Morris. So we can simply just copy and paste their first name, John. And the next thing to do is to copy and paste the street address into Propstream to get the more minute details. It happens to be opened up on my end. If we go over to the MLS details tab and we scroll down, we will find the agent's email address and the agent's phone number as well. So we'll copy and paste the agent's email into our Excel template. And then we'll copy and paste the agent's telephone number as well. And then for the state of interest, this is Georgia, so we're going to change that. The mortgage amount remaining is $216,000. We could verify that by looking at the estimated loan balance here. So we'll take $216,207. We can simply copy and paste that into our template. And for the years of ownership, let's go to Propstream. Looks like it's approaching 5 years. So we can simply put in 5 years. And that's it. So in this example, we've generated 3 leads within a couple of minutes apart from one another. You should have no problem in finding about 20 leads per hour. And so if you were to find and submit your 20 leads, then that is a huge payout to you if every single one of them is able to get closed on. So the key here to finding leads is to find properties that meet our general characteristics, are within our counties of interest, Make sure that it has a good school score and not up against a major roadway. And as long as the property is either a good cash opportunity or a opportunity that would work well for seller finance or subject to or any of the other creative acquisition types, that we will submit an offer on it and you will get paid out. As soon as the offer is accepted by the seller, you can expect to get paid out 20 days or less, 21 days or less on creative terms, or 30 days on average on a cash offer acceptance. All right, this concludes our lead generation guide. If you're interested in being a bird dog, if you're an agent wanting to submit your listing to us, or are a seller or a wholesaler and have properties that would work well for cash or creative acquisitions, feel free to submit them to the email being provided. Simply change the subject line to account for the state that the lead is coming from, include your name, and include the number of leads found. Be sure to save this template as a new Excel file. What you'll do is you'll have this original template saved, and then you would simply click Save As and save this template as something completely different. Perhaps it'll say, Georgia leads for February, or a North Carolina lead for February. I would make 2 copies of this template for your usage. Thank you for watching. We hope to work with you in the future, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.